Our movement is not about a political party. It is about the principles of our founding. It is about liberty under our Constitution. George Washington warned us of the dangers of the spirit of party in his farewell address. We are one people, and we must think of ourselves as Americans, separated only by the boundaries of our districts. And we will be represented by constitutionalists who will keep their oaths. But let us be realistic. Though our numbers are growing daily, there are still many millions of Americans who frankly will go to the polls in November and vote Democrat or Republican. We have had basically a two-party system over 150 years, and third-party attempts have not been successful. And let's not forget what happened almost 100 years ago in the election of 1912. Former Republican President Theodore Roosevelt, a progressive, ran for president on the Bull Moose Party ticket against Republican William Howard Taft. The Republican vote was split, allowing fellow progressive Democrat Woodrow Wilson to win the presidency, whom Glenn Beck calls our worst, most radical president ever. Well, our current president may be trying to steal that distinction, but one thing is for sure, we must not allow him or his allies another term in office. Now is the time for us to unite with the common goal of removing this current regime from power. We must teach every Republican to be a constitutionalist, and we must appeal to every one of our fellow citizens to join this revolution to restore the republic under our founding charter. The more we enlighten our fellow Americans in the principles of liberty, the more we will shed our partisan divisions until our united cry is only the Constitution! The Constitution! The Constitution! Let us also be reminded of the first session of Congress in September 1774 that started with prayer and a Bible study. This was a time when there was much discussion and turmoil in the battle for their freedom. John Adams wrote to his wife Abigail to tell her that God had spoken to them out of Psalm 35, which reads, "Plead my cause, O Lord, with those who strive with me. Fight against those who fight against me. Take hold of shield and buckler and stand up for my help." He stated those verses spoke to them in such a way that they believed for the first time that they could defeat the British. And from that, the Declaration of Independence was brought forth. May we too implore the God of heaven to help us. My fellow patriots, we must have endurance, and by the providence of Almighty God, we will be victorious. We will never give up. We must not comply. We must not submit. We are in this to the end. And if God is for us, who can be against us? As Nehemiah told the sons of Israel, remember the Lord who is great and awesome, and fight for your brothers, your sons, your daughters, your wives, and your houses. When we leave here today, let us go with an urgency to awaken our fellow citizens, knowing that the fate of our nation goes with us. But let us go full of hope and confidence that America will awaken, that our finest hour is yet to come, that we will fulfill our destiny in the awesome plan of Almighty God. for born on the night wind of the past, through all our history to the last. In the hour of darkness and peril and need, the people will waken and listen to hear the hurrying hoofbeats of that steed and the midnight message of Paul Revere. Thank you, and may God save our American Republic.